what the Church of Scientology is so afraid of.
This is SPTV.
SPTV. We're back for a little bit more. This is Aaron, obviously, if you're watching on my channel. And I'm here with Nora Ames. How's it going, Nora?
It's great, Aaron. How you doing?
Good. So we are doing a simul stream, I guess. I'm not sure if I made up that word or not, but we're doing a simul stream on my channel and on Nora's channel. And it's one of the reasons I wanted to do this live stream was to promote that Nora has relaunched her channel. It's called Oh No Nora. And and so let's tell everyone. Well, first of all, guys, in the description of this video is a link to Nora's account. So, but you can find it. You search Oh No Nora, click in that link below. I'm sure if Goldie's in the chat, she'll put it in there. What is it that you are focusing on your channel, if anything? Like, is it a whole plethora of things, or is there a specific niche you're going for?
What I'm going to focus on is basically, we're going to talk about the things you and I have touched on a bit, and an expansion of what you always talk about here. I mean, you and I have unique perspectives because we grew up in the church. We worked for the church. You have your East Coast swag. I have my West Coast swag. We kind of we both worked for different branches. I ended up on the RPF. You didn't end up there. Somehow you made it through all of Scientology without ever being in a sec check. So congrats.
What? That's not true. What are you talking about?
But you know what I mean? Like there's, I'm just joking. But you know what I mean? There's different things that I can talk about, but mostly I want to talk about, the things that, you can't do inside of Scientology, the gay perspective, obviously, the LGBTQIA plus perspective inside the church, how that affects people, and, bring my own brand of humor to that and, see what we can talk about. Obviously, everything that's going on now and, answer as many questions as I can for the people out there and, keep it fun and light and, keep it informational.
Yeah. I guess I didn't actually introduce you to the chat, or I should say to not just to the chat, but to everyone watching, hopefully on the replay later on. So Nora Ames is someone who I have known since I was 14 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
Because we've both worked, we've both grown up in Scientology. We've both, remind me, were you on staff before the Sea Org, or did you go right to the Sea Org?
No, I went right into the Sea Org at age 18. Yeah.
At age 18. So when I basically we met training at Flag. Flag is the big Scientology organization in Clearwater, Florida. We were both training there during a time when David Miscavige was doing one of his big training evolutions of bringing in a team of staff from every Scientology org in the world. Yeah. Nora was there from Celebrity Center International. I was there from Philadelphia. We became best of friends, and we had quite a little friend group at that time. You continue to be in the okay, so that was like 1996.
That was the original golden age of tech evolution at that time in 96.
That's right. Yeah. And when I finally got around to actually joining the Sea Org in Los Angeles in 2002, you were still in the Sea Org, and you were probably on the RPF at that time, right?
When you finally joined, I had been sent. Yeah.
And so, we knew each other when we were kids in Scientology. We knew each other when we were adults still working for Scientology. And now we know each other when we're big, bad, cracker licking SPs.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, we've known each other through all these phases, these interesting phases of life, through our many lifetimes, let's face it. I mean, through all of the different times, through our infancy in Scientology, through our training, through our evolution, through our early, under the radar, just speaking to each other about our secret feelings about stuff, and then starting to speak out, and, and then in our full, it's like a Pokemon evolution, just like all the different phases, and it's here we are now, just with zero shits to give at this point, we're just going to tell it like it is because we're old now. So who cares?
And guys, in the live chat, if you have a question and it's not a super chat and you want us to be able to easily see it, just put question in the beginning of your question, and we'll do the thing. So I just wanted to, I guess, talk about SPTV a little bit, just for the hell of it, just what I even think it is, what I think the point of it is, and maybe just comment on a few things. I think because of how it started, I just want to say no channel needs like permission to be part of SPTV. You don't even have to be a former Scientologist to be a part of SPTV. The way I think of it is, if you want to do content about Scientology and you want to call yourself SPTV, then you're part of SPTV. And I feel like I'm on a roll of trying to convince people to do YouTube channels and do videos and sort of do it. Mainly because, you know me, Nora, I'm just trying to troll the shit out of David Miscavige. I'm trying to make him regret the day he tried to fuck all of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, 100%.
For me, we're having fun. For me, I consider this infotainment.
Somebody wants to know if we ever wrote a KR on each other, if we ever wrote a knowledge report on each other.
Probably not, actually.
I don't think so. I think you're probably one of the few people I didn't ever write a report.
People wrote reports on us.
I wrote a report on my mom. She brought that up the other day. I swear to God, she's bitter panda. I need to get her in therapy, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, she's gonna bring up stuff to the grave. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I got a lot of regrets. I mean, I will talk about all that. I will do a deep dive dish on all that and stuff, because you do a lot of crazy stuff when you're in the church, including writing horrific reports on your own family members.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a cult, guys. I mean, like, if you're just new, it's bad.
It's true. The other thing I wanted to say about how I think about SPTV, or I don't know, I guess what I mean how I think about my channel and how I'm hoping other people, as they get up and started, think about their channels as well. When I first started putting stuff on YouTube, I had this idea of like, once you did a video and it had to be on a subject, and then once you put that out there, it was like done.
Right.
You'd said it. Everything that had to be said has been said. And and it's like, that's not how the internet works. Right. No one's heard anything you've done. That's a safe assumption. You could tell a story 100 times. You're reaching different people every time. And I just can't wait for there to be, I mean, there's already a pretty large number of channels that are starting to do this, but there's more former Scientologists in the world than there are Scientologists. I mean, could you imagine? You could have 500 channels of people telling their Scientology stories. Everyone's got a unique perspective, whether you're a public, a staff member, a Sea Org member, different countries, different orgs. I mean, no story is going to be the same. And I
mean, you and I can name at least 100 people right now that would all be so hilarious and fun to talk to. Yeah. And their stories have never been told or heard anywhere. Right. And the things they would have to say, people's hair would catch on fire. Because that's when people ever ask me about working on Leah's show and the stories that were told and the things that came out on Leah's show and stuff like that, right? I always tell people, like, number one, there's so much of all of those stories that were on Leah's show, which was fantastic, of course. And even in the Going Clear book and that movie and everything else, I'm like, everything you've seen thus far in the movies and everything else that's factual is the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. Because legally, there was so much that had to be edited out of the interviews. Like, one interview for one person would be like 5 or 6 hours long, and then you're seeing 10 minutes on screen, right? Because legally, we had to edit out so many things, because it was like producers would come out of those interviews, I'm telling you right now, that were not Scientologists, they would just be bawling. Yeah. Like, they just couldn't, like, they had to go to therapy after. They just couldn't believe the things that had happened to people. And I was like, yeah, and that's just their life. And that they didn't even tell you everything, I can tell you that right now. Like, because they were asked a specific line of questioning by Mike and Leah to keep them on like this narrow track of like, let's just stick to this one narrative. Like,
Yeah.
we just need
Well,
this.
most people watching probably don't know that you were involved behind the scenes in season 2 of the
Right.
Aftermath show.
Basically, my job was to like translate for the producers because they don't speak Scientology's, which is its own language, as you and I both know, and to help get the references that were put on the screen, because that's understanding the library, the infinite library of L. Ron Hubbard's words and gobbledygook lectures that he spat for hours. You know, is a skill, unfortunately, that you and I both have, having to have studied it for infinity hours. And so, yeah, I did that on season 2, which was my pleasure to help Leah and Mike make that a success for season 2, you know, and help get those stories out there. But yeah, that was just, yeah.
One
What
of
was
the
the question here from
I
Kiddos?
don't even. Do you see a question? I mean,
Yeah,
I've been highlighting
shame,
some questions that
condemnation, and repression was rampant against gays in the Ames
But
evangelical church.
I'll get to that. I got them in sequence. I'll bring it up. I'll
Okay,
bring it up in a bit.
we'll get to the questions, but I did see your question.
Yeah. The other cool thing about having such a wide variety of people doing channels now, but hopefully, 10 times more a year from now, is that when Scientologists stumble, onto YouTube and they accidentally run into the videos, I want them to be able to go, I knew that person. I really like that person.
Yeah.
Because everything's more relatable if it's someone that in my opinion. Okay, so let me start jumping into some questions that I saw. Claire Alice says, great seeing Nora again. She is so funny and interesting.
Oh,
yes.
thank you, Claire.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Kelly Cross said, question, did they finish jury selection? Yes. And by the way, the reason I'm in this new setting here is because I'm in a hotel in Los Angeles for the Danny Masterson trial. I have a press pass to cover the trial. And so the jury selection finished Thursday. Everyone took Friday off. So for me, I'm calling tomorrow the first day of the trial. Jury selection doesn't count. Tomorrow's the first day of the trial, opening statements.
Yes.
One of the Jane Does will start her testimony tomorrow. And
I can't believe they have to do that all over again.
And I can't believe it. It's crazy. Okay, so next one I see here. Rachel Brackett question. Aaron, did you hear about the break-in in Clearwater? Nope. Didn't hear about a break-in in Clearwater. Nancy Griffin. Oh, did you ever write knowledge reports on each other? Okay, that's the one you were answering before.
Right? I was like, that's a crazy question. No.
For sure. I know we didn't. Barb Sylvie, emails for SPTV tattoo photos. Aaron, Mike, Claire, Amy, help. Oh my God. Oh, Barb, the email is growingupinscientology@gmail.com. And just send it to me and I'll forward it to everybody else. She got
that would be amazing.
She got an SPTV tattoo today. She has the video of it.
Who did?
Barb.
Barb did? Oh my God. I love
it. Okay. Maisie Barnett. Question. Cal Henry's, Tom Cruise's nephews, is in a band called W.D. Hahn. He said he and Stacey Francis collaborated at Conf on song called 10X. Dougie Fresh is on the track. He and his mom, Marion, are in Clearwater. Do you know anything? Well, I know Marion and I know Cal. Marion is a realtor. She was actually the realtor that I, when my wife and I moved to Clearwater, and we bought the first property that we bought to live in was a condo. Marion was our realtor. And I know Cal and I, we were friendly. We were both basically in the wedding party of a friend of mine named Rafferty Pendry. So anyway, I know Marion. I know
Raffy. Oh man.
I was the best man at Raffi's wedding and Heather was the maid of honor.
Raffy is such a sweetheart.
Not anymore.
No, he was. I mean, I'm recalling him as like a small kid, Yeah.
Yeah. He's OT8 now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And when Heather and I got declared, keep in mind, I was the best man at his wedding. Heather was the maid of honor. Not even a text message, not even a, what the hell's going on? I just heard you're in trouble. Like nothing, just
of course not.
Ghosted, nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I instantly, I don't, I've lost so many friends, and recently I've had, surprisingly, like, since I started doing the videos with you and stuff, I've had, like, 2 people that I haven't heard from literally since 2018. So I don't even know how many years that is now, almost 20 years. I don't know.
2018 or 2008? 2018 is 5 years ago.
Is that 5 years ago? Oh my god, I don't know math. Not 2018. I do too many numbers in a day. That's why I have a calculator. No, since the first time I got yelled at for speaking out, when did I get declared? I got declared before I went to the conference. This 2015, 2014. I got declared in like 2013 or 2014, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. Maybe 2012. Somewhere around there. It's a blurry time period. Anyway, yeah, I think I got declared 2012, 2013. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I lost a lot of friends. Anyway, somewhere, but I haven't heard from them. Maybe it's a decade now. And all of a sudden, like 2 people just randomly, one person apologized. I was like, wow.
Really? Are they out of
They
Scientology?
apologized to me. Like, I don't know why we stopped being friends, but hey. And I was like, hey man, I got no ill will. Like, I love you. Just,
Are they out of Scientology now?
I'm assuming, but I'm not like, I'm not here to out people. So it's just like, I was just happy to get the messages and just like, it was just really nice. Like, in the fact that they're reaching out to me, it means they're probably watching you and that they're out there thinking about it. And I'm like, it just proves your point from earlier that there are way more non-Scientologists. And, we all start the journey like with the first step, which is like, I'm going to start looking, I mean, for me, it was when I was pregnant with my oldest son and I was really frustrated and I knew shit was wonkadoodle. And I was like, I'm gonna Google Scientology. And my then husband was like dead asleep. Everyone was asleep in the house. And I remember like vividly, like I'm gonna hit enter, and I was sweating, and I was like having like thoughts that like all of security was gonna like come, like one of those like movies, just come crashing through my walls and like tackle me and just take me out as I hit enter. And I closed my eyes, even just like bracing for it, just like, and I'm like 8 months pregnant. And I was thinking, like, this is it. It's the end of my life. I'm going to Google Scientology. Nothing happened. Of course, nothing. My computer didn't blow up. Nothing happened. And of course, all this search. And the first thing that came up, of course, was Operation Clambake, which is like the most like all the thing, like, and I'm like, what is this? And I started reading stuff and, and I just went down many rabbit holes from there and started like, realizing what I already had known for a long time, a lot of stuff, but it was like terrifying. I was like on a journey by myself, this pregnant lady on the internets trying to like figure out what was what,
And wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, I mean, obviously you don't want to out anybody, but they didn't tell you whether they were like out of Scientology?
No, they were just basically like, it's good to see that you're doing so well. Like they were just like saying hi. And so I took that as like them, like when you start like just testing the waters.
Yep.
But they know I'm declared. I mean, it's not like,
yeah.
I feel like when people do that, I feel like, do you want to just come take a picture with me? Like, is that what you need? do you need to get in trouble? Like, come see me.
All right, Lolo0708. Hi, Nora. I'm a friend of Tigger's who thinks very highly of you. I enjoy your interviews, perspective, and humor. Who's Tigger?
They'll have to send me a message.
Oh, okay, so you don't know who Tigger is. All right.
I should probably
try again, Lolo. Okay, let's see. What is this? Furball 2K. I live in Los Angeles. I've always wanted to get a bumper sticker that says SP in the same style as the country oval stickers. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Is that a good idea, or will I get followed home? I think it's a great idea. In fact,
Go for it.
that's something that would be great merch.
Right?
No one's going to follow you home. Even if it said F Scientology, nobody's going to follow you home.
You'd
don't have to
probably
worry
get
about
like
that.
honks, and people would be like,
Yes. Honk if you hate Scientology, and it'll sound like a traffic jam behind you.
right? Yeah.
Kendallings, shame, condemnation, and repression was rampant against gays in the evangelical church. Nora, did you experience this as well in Scientology?
Yeah. I mean, like, the irony is that Celebrity Center's original housing, their birthing, of the Wilcox, which was on Wilcox Avenue, was literally around the corner from Los Angeles's gay and lesbian center. Like, and we used to see the lights all light up, and you could hear them like partying and stuff. And so you had, when you're a closeted gay person, and I think every gay person goes through their own journey of like internalized and externalized homophobia. So there was a lot of talk about the gay center and how disgusting the whole center was, and blah 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 blah. But like, a lot of people there did not like that I was not very femme on the outside. I didn't like to wear the skirts all the time. So when Celebrity Center's uniform changed and we got pants as well as skirts, we were allowed to wear the pants first 1 day a week. And then we all started pushing it to 2 days a week. And then I was like, fuck these skirts. My skirts magically ripped somehow. And then I only had pants to wear. And so I was wearing the pants all the time. And then like after hours, we would have to do things like you had to clean everything all the time. And I just remember like, I was just very butch, just naturally. Like I would wear like jeans and t-shirts, and I was like never wanting to like ever wear anything super feminine. And I remember like people would just make comments all the time. Like, like even the COCC, who was like, oh my God, like the gayest gay bird that ever gayed.
He's got to be deeply closeted.
If anyone ever
we're talking about
shirt.
David Pettit, of course.
David Pettit, yes. Like one time I was cleaning and I had like 2 spray bottles in my pockets, in both of my jean pockets. And I'm like walking down the hallway. Like I was just being very like funny. And he's like, you look like you work at a car wash. And I was like, I know, isn't it great? And I pulled them out like they were guns. And I was like, like I was just like a total goof, and yeah.
And Dave
like,
said,
I got
fabulous
gay all the time, because I was just like, I guess I was just checking out women. I didn't even know that I was doing it. Like I just, I liked being around all the ladies, and I was very good at massages.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Yeah.
But I gave you a massage too, to be fair.
Yeah.
I gave everybody.
Like, get some dudes in the line so I don't get in trouble.
I did. I got in a lot of trouble. Although I did give a lot of executives massagers. So they did request them like Thursday after 2. They were like, I need that. I'm very stressed out. And I was like, okay. And I would like not have to do it.
Way to throw them off the scent.
That's right.
Yeah. The irony of Celebrity Center being so homophobic when they cater to all the Hollywood actors, and their birthing building is called the Wilcox, right next to all the gay bars. It's like,
but
you're
also,
not fooling anyone, Dave Pettit.
It's the only Sea Org where you have to say in a disclosure form before joining the Sea Org that you are not the gay. Every other Sea Org, they're just fine. They don't give 2 shits. They're just like, you're the gay, whatever. We'll give you some sex checks and auditing. But it's specifically at Celebrity Center. You can no be the gay.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Cheryl Rafferty. Question from San Jose. Is the Scientology building in San Jose a mission or an org? I love what you do. Keep it going. Pretty sure it's an org.
Yeah. They started out as a mission, and then it became an org, I think in the late 90s.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing San Jose already has its new giant building. If it's a big building, if it's anything bigger than a hole in the wall in a strip mall, it's an org.
If it's in someone's garage, it's an org.
Yeah. Melanie Gannon, AA has the 13th step. What is the equivalent in
What is
Scientology?
AA's 13th step?
How the hell are Melanie? How are you assuming we know what AA's
What?
13th
I'm not an
step is?
alcoholic. What is
Oh
that?
my
Melanie, you got to
gosh!
give me another question, honey.
All
Tell
right,
me what
I'm
the
gonna Google it.
13th step is, and then we'll
What
tell you.
is AA's 13th step?
Yeah. I'll have
I
to
don't
let
know.
me Google that.
Oh wait, what is step 13? The 13th step of AA is
Yeah,
an
what is it?
unofficial term referring to longer standing members attempting some sort of romantic involvement with 12-step newcomers. Oh, so it's a no-no. It's a naughty, naughty no-no.
Oh.
So, I mean, in the Scientology or the Sea Org, it's just called going out 2D. There's no
Yeah.
specific term or phrase for like veterans trying to shack up with newbies. There's no specific
No, I
thing
mean,
for that.
I don't think no, we don't have a term for that other than like what you said, like going, yeah. But I mean, as long as you get married, they don't care because like literally if you get married, everything's fine. And that could be like a 50-year-old guy marrying a 13-year-old, fine. Um, unless you're the gay. You cannot um be the gay, which I don't understand because they don't want you to have no babies. So they should be
Yeah,
like pro the gay,
exactly.
right?
They
Like,
should.
yeah.
They should be. They should be. Actually, that would make the Sea Org a much more viable operation for
What they
Scientology.
aren't pro is the orgasm. That's the real deal. They just not are they're just not pro that.
There you
Let's be
go.
honest.
All right, Dave Owens, how do you explain the amazing response of non-Scientologists to SPTV? The genre has become a thing and just keeps growing. Congratulations. I don't know. What do you think, Nora?
I think it's because you're amazing. That's number one, Aaron. And of course, Mark and Claire are awesome sauce, and Mike too. But I think it's because people just want to know the inside scoop about what's real in Scientology, and they just, the hype and all the BS that's out there is just, it's over. So, and especially with all the stuff that's coming out at the trial and everything else, and you guys are just laying it down in a
Yeah.
real way.
I wish I had a better answer to this question than what I might come up with here, because I think I tend to underestimate how fascinated people are with Scientology. I don't know, because I feel like I underestimate it. Like I
You
didn't think
shouldn't, because as soon as I tell somebody at work that I grew up in Scientology, they're like, "Oh my God, what? Did you worked on what show?" Because like they'll look at my resume and they're like, "You were on that show." And I was like, "Well, I wasn't on it. I worked behind the scenes." And they're like, "Oh my God, tell me you have a video or something that I can watch." Actually, yes.
I guess we have Tom Cruise to thank for most people's fascination with the subject. I mean,
The Oprah couch jump just put it over. If he had never done that Oprah couch jump, we would have nothing to say. No one would give a shit. I mean, let's be honest.
yeah,
Like,
it's true. If he hadn't, chased off 3 wives and disowned his own daughter, the fact that you have like one of the most successful, famous, people on the face of the earth is also this crazy, like pseudo cult leader.
right?
Yeah, some crazy ass shit. Okay, let's see. We got another one here. Cassandra Reiners. Thank you, baby Jeebus. My Nora's back. I cannot get enough of her storyline telling. Would that be just
Thank you.
storytelling? Storytelling. Okay. Whole wheat bagel. Thank you, whole wheat bagel. Love your photo there. Barb Sylvie, photos sent. Barb, you promised me video. You better send me video. Maisie, Nora is so relatable. Love you two together. One more question. I read Tom Cruise abandoned his mom when she was dying. Is that true? Was she in Scientology? Oh no, actually quite the opposite. He moved her to Clearwater and she actually got into Scientology. And she was in Clearwater here with Tom and Tom's
I
sister.
do not believe 100. 1,000,000%. I believe he was by her side every minute until she died.
You said you do believe?
Oh, I believe 1,000,000%.
Oh yeah,
Because
he was really close with his mom.
He was very close with his mom. He credits her with everything in his life into becoming the man that he was. His mom and his sisters are like his entire world. So there's like a 0.000% chance that he would not move heaven and earth to be like with her every moment if she were ill. No way. So yeah, as much as I don't think he's a great human being for his support of Scientology, being a mom of boys myself, I can tell you his mom is very special human to him in particular. So that rumor I would say definitely no.
Yeah. All righty. Nancy Griffin's Aquatics.
Uh-oh.
Nora, oh look, her photo is a mini mic, a bubble mic. Nora, I had a hard time finding your channel. Aaron, can you please add Nora's channel in the description? It's in the description already. Here, I'm gonna pull it up on another screen. It's right there. It's oh no. What are you laughing about?
I'm just laughing at you, Aaron, because guys, for 30 years, Aaron is the exact same guy. I just want you to know. I love him since 1996. He's exactly the same. It just is the best. Yeah.
I just double checked. It's in the description, but honestly, it's oh no, Nora.
That's it.
You can't miss it.
Yeah.
In fact, the thumbnail of this video has the image taken from her YouTube channel. Bada bing. Okay. Jen Nelson says, Nora, you are hilarious. Can't wait to see more of you. The gay. So funny. So funny.
Thank you, Jen.
Scott Herbert says, oh, let me start another one. Regarding why non-Scientology people watch, imagine you see smoke coming out of a nearby building. Would you look away or would you want to see the flames getting bigger? I would watch.
Come help put the fire out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Let's see. Kenda Links. As a non-Scientologist and former Christian, I watch SPTV and ex-Jehovah's Witness channels because y'all escaped from religion, as did I. Yeah. I actually really enjoy watching, Shalise Ann Sola has a fantastic channel, Cults to Consciousness, and she's a former Mormon. And there's a number of former Jehovah's Witnesses channels, actually. I mean, the JWs are giving SPTV a run for our money. And no, but listening to conversations like Shalise as a former Mormon talking to another channel who's a former Jehovah's Witness, like that shit's fascinating. And I don't know much about Christianity, but to me, I find it crazy that hearing Christians fight about the Bible. The first time I heard a Jehovah's Witness and a Mormon fighting about the Bible, no, it was a Jehovah's Witness and a Roman Catholic arguing over the Bible. I was like, this is how Scientologists sound when they're arguing over policy. I can't believe it.
Right. No, it's like, don't even, oh my God, that stuff, it just gets crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we call it a night? This has been a good first live stream. And, and so, yeah, so we, do you know, Nora and I, when I first started this channel, my Growing Up in Scientology channel, that was actually originally supposed to be a collaboration with Nora and one other person who shall remain nameless. And so all these years later, here we are. Okay, so we need to get Nora to 1,000 subscribers this week. So 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched is the threshold to activate monetization on a YouTube channel. And honestly, the 1,000 subscribers, believe it or not, is the easy part. To get the 4,000 watch hours is also easy as long as you're putting up some content. So actually, I think Mark Fisher
by Thursday at 2.
What? What is
somebody said by Thursday at 2. I'm sorry.
by Thursday at 2. Yeah. Hold on.
Yes,
What's this?
Catherine. By Thursday at 2.
Calico 26. Not sure if this was already said. I started watching late, but good luck tomorrow at court, Aaron. Well, thank you very much. I hope the Jane Does can get through this second trial. Yes. I'm a little nervous going to court tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. I keep hearing that the courtroom only holds 30 people. And I'm like, 30 people?
You better get there early, man.
What's it like? You could fit 30 people in a living room. I don't get it. How can it be 30 people?
They're very small. Like, just I can tell you, having gone to one of the LA courtrooms down there for when I had to get the big D before. That's
what are you talking about? Oh, divorce. Oh.
Yeah. They're very small because they're all very because there's like 100 or so courtrooms down there. So they're all very small, and then they want to limit it. Yeah.
They want to limit
Barb
it?
says quit whining.
Hold on. Okay. Tawny says, Aaron would love to buy you dinner one night as you're out there fighting the good fight. Tell me what restaurant and I'll email the gift certificate. Oh, stop. I appreciate the gesture. I do. I'll be like, oh, yeah, the gift certificate's incoming, just to be on the lookout. No. Okay. So there was Barb. Okay. Quit whining. There's also a video. Just not a long one. My tattoo man, Ace Pope at Black Horseman Tattoo, is not a fan of being in a video while he's working. Oh yeah, I can see that. He's one of my former students. I'm very proud of him. Oh, now I want to know if you mean student, like, do you teach people to be tattoo artists, or you're a teacher and he used to be your student and now he's a tattoo artist? Which one do you think it is, Nora?
It could be either. I mean, Barb is like, I'm intrigued. I want to know when Barb's like documentary is coming out. This woman is amazing.
All right, everybody. Well, we are going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to everyone who watches until the very end. Subscribe to Nora's channel, and we'll talk to you soon.
Please, yes, subscribe. And all my other socials are in there. My Insta and my TikTokies.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
If you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right